That's what the S stands for. So those people who may be a gift of gab and you know how to sell, you can sell water to a whale, whatever it is, right? You have a great skill. If you're getting paid just off your skill, that's a category of workers that you need to bring in, whether through contracting them, whatever it is, however it is you bring them in, you need skill in your business. However, the caveat to that is if you're only getting paid off your skill, you run the risk of that skill no longer being available to you. So if we're going to look at it from the football context, if you're a cornerback that is just has the great hips, can turn, can move, can do a lot of great things, and God forbid something happens to your toe. All right, we'll use Primetime as an example. One of the things that derailed his career was just an incredible toe injury, and eventually if I'm not mistaken, he actually had to get that toe cut off eventually. So that's one of the things where that skill, as skilled as Coach Primetime was, he gets an injury in his toe, and all of a sudden his career is no longer where it used to be. He's not making the plays, not able to do the things that he was able to do before a toe injury. And you would think, man, a toe injury, but when you press on and you try to run on a bad toe, trust me, it's incredibly, incredibly painful. All right. So when you have skill, it's great, but God forbid something happens where you're no longer able to use that skill. So you have S, then you have WI, which is well informed. And every time I do this, and I call it a Move Swiftly workshop, and I'm just giving you a kind of a brief overview of it right now. But every time I do Move Swiftly workshop and I get to WI, the well-informed crew, I pause and I say, look, no matter what you take out of this presentation, every last one of you need to be looking or striving towards becoming more well-informed, because it's the information that's going to give you power. All right. So that's well-informed. And then the FT stands for front team. This is the crew that I referred to earlier, the offensive and defensive linemen, that the only time they're going to ever be noticed is if they're making a mistake. So that's Swift, right? Which is where the plus LY comes in, because what happened was, like I mentioned, I was watching ironically, I came up with this acronym on a Saturday, and it was the Saturday in which it was Clemson taking on Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. So when it comes to why the thumbnail and why I believe Tyler Warren needs to be considered as is the real Heisman winner and is the actual best player in college football, is look at the amount of things he can do. I'm going to play you a couple clips here. That display everything from Coach James Franklin talking about him to actual film breakdown of everything that Tyler Warren can do, or Tyler Warren has done this year. And then I'll give you my personal experience that I've had when I was playing, and how the position, again, this position, and I want to make sure I'm on the record stating this, that it is not a shot at any one of these four guys. Trust me, all four of them, incredibly talented players.